look at verse 1 at the bottom of the verse, it gives the name of the 5 women, of the 5 sisters. And it shows you how these 5 sisters was going to lose their inheritance. In verse 2 it says, and they stood before Moses, and before Eleazar the priest, and before the princes, and all the congregation by the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, saying, verse 3, our father died in the wilderness, and he was not of the company of them that gathered themselves together against the Lord in the company of Korah. Now remember, the company of Korah, they were so rebellious that the land opened up, that the ground opened up and swallowed them, because they were so rebellious. And then it says, but he died in his own sin and had no son. Why should the name of our father be done away among his family? Because he had no son. Give us, therefore, a possession among the brethren of our fathers. Give us. These 5 women went to battle. These 5 women stood up for the right of what they felt was in their bloodline. And their bloodline stood up and began to speak. The father stood up and began to say, I don't want my possession to go to nobody but you. The Bible said that the voice of the blood of Abel spoke from the ground when Cain killed him. And these women stood up, verse 4. Why should the name of our father be done away from among his family? Because he had no son. Give us therefore a possession among the brethren of our father. And Moses brought their cause before the Lord. I think it's powerful that these women, when they came before God, they knew that God had a law. But they say, God, this is not right. This law that you have made is not right. These women had so much power that they changed God's mind. Look at somebody and say, change God's mind.
Change God's mind.
They changed God's mind about the word that he had given to Moses and said, listen, I was wrong. God said, I was wrong in this matter. In other words, he said, I wasn't seeing far enough. In verse number 5, and Moses brought their cause before the Lord, and the Lord spake to Moses. God began to speak to Moses on behalf of 5 sisters. These 5 sisters was in agreement. They said, if we don't get this possession, we're going to live in poverty. We're going to be poor. But look at verse 6. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Deuteronomy 27, verse 7. Numbers 27, verse 7. And listen to what the daughter said. Listen to what God says. The daughters of Zipporah speak right. This is God changing his mind. He said, these women are right. Look at your neighbor. Say, neighbor. How many times have you been right when others accuse you wrong? Say, get ready.
Get ready.
Because God is going to change their mind. It's so powerful that how when listen, I think something that Pastor Patrina said. She said that they followed protocol. They didn't get upset. They didn't get mad and went out and started protesting. But they went to leadership. And they had a diplomatic conversation. And because they were so persuasive, God changed his mind. I was sitting there as you were speaking, and God spoke 3 words to me. He said, "Are you ready?"
Come on now.
3 words. God said, "Are you ready?"
I believe. That's it.
Are you ready for what God is about
Come
to
on,
do?
Apostle. Yes.
Are you ready for where God is
Come
about
on,
to
about
take
to
you?
take you. That's it.
Are you ready for what God is about to change for you? Are you ready? God was speaking to me. He said the curtain has been down,
Come on now.
but the curtain is
It's
coming
going to
up.
go up. But are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Look at somebody and ask them,
Woo.
are you ready?
Are you ready?
I've been telling you for years that
Prepare.
when opportunity comes, you won't have time to prepare.
That's it. Come on, Apostle.
God said, are you ready? He was asking me a question. Am I ready?
That's it. That's it. Come on.
Come on. Look at somebody and say, are you ready
Are you ready?
for the overflow?
For the overflow.
Are you ready for your success?
Are you ready?
Are you ready for your victory?
Are you ready for your
Because I believe that God is saying, I'm giving you the victory. I'm giving you
Come on,
success.
Apostle.
Because when God is on your side, it doesn't make a difference who's not on your side.
Right. That's
Hallelujah. I just feel that. Look at somebody and say, are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready? Are you ready for the success that God want to give you? Hallelujah. I just lift your hands and say, Lord, I'm ready.
Lord, I'm ready.
Say, Lord, I'm prepared.
Lord, I'm prepared.
Parent, I say, Lord, I open my hands.
Lord, I open my
I
hands.
open my heart
I open my
to
heart
receive
to receive
what you want to do.
what you want to do.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Those of you that are watching by internet, that are watching by TV, go to the website J4Him. You can sow your tithes, your offering, and your seed. Get ready and ask yourself, are you ready? Go to our Facebook, Apostle Calvin Brown. Hallelujah.